Hey guys, welcome back to Kitchen Living with Shay. Today I'm going to be making a keto-friendly, a low-carb cream of mushroom soup mix. So let's get started. So what I'm going to be using to make this soup mix is I'm going to have salt and pepper. I have some 2 tablespoons of chopped garlic, well, finely minced garlic. I have 2 cups of diced mushrooms, whatever mushrooms you like. I am using 1 cup of frozen onions. I'll saute those first. I have 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 cup of heavy cream. I'm going to use a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum, and I'm going to be using 2 cups of bone broth. I'm using these packets that I get from Costco. Hopefully you guys can see that. The packets of bone broth, you put 1 packet in a cup of water, warm water, and stir it up until it dissolves. So as far as liquids, it's going to be the 2 cups of bone broth, 1 cup of water, and 1 cup of heavy cream. So I'll take you guys over to the stove and show you how I'm going to make this. So in this pan, I have it on medium heat. I'll be adding my 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to add a tablespoon of avocado oil. I'm adding my onions. And then I'll add the mushrooms. So that was 1 cup of onions, 2 cups of diced mushrooms. Usually you can just do this separately, but there really isn't no point. We're just gonna let them go. I'll add some salt in just a second. While the mushrooms and the onions are sauteing, I have the water, and I'm mixing in the packets of the bone broth. And then you just stir them up. So I'll mix this and set it to the side. So it's only been about 5 minutes on medium, and as you see, the liquid has evaporated out of the onions. So now they're just caramelizing like they should, sauteing as they should. Okay guys, so after about 10 minutes or so, you can see all of the mushrooms have pretty much decreased in size. I'm going to add my 2 tablespoons of garlic. I'll add a little salt. And I'm going to be using a seasoned pepper from Penzeys, not just a regular black pepper. And you can kind of play around with this. If you wanted to have an herb flavor, then you can add you some fresh herbs or dried herbs. I want this to have kind of a caramelized, roasted flavor, so I'm letting these onions and mushrooms go, and having them cook together really does a trick. So we're just sauteing it for about a minute with the garlic. I'm going to lower the temperature and start adding the liquids. Then we'll boost the temperature back up and bring it to a boil. Okay, I'm adding a cup of plain water, my 2 cups of the bone broth. You can use regular chicken broth or chicken stock if you like. And I'll also be adding in the heavy whipping cream. The only reason I lowered the temperature is because I don't want the cream to curdle. So right now, everything is combined. I'm going to bring this to a boil, and then I'll let it simmer for about 20 minutes. Okay, as this is coming to a boil, I'm going to be adding some dried parsley. Not much for flavor, but for color. And I'm adding more salt. I'll let you know how much this recipe renders once it's completed. I'm thinking I should get about 2 pints. So we'll see. I like the color that the parsley brings, but it doesn't really have a flavor. And I like my soup mix thick. So you can actually, you know, just go from here. Some people like a thinner consistency, especially if they just want to eat it, you know, eat it as a regular soup. But I'm going to be using this for like baking chicken, putting this over some chicken, maybe over some cauliflower rice or something. Like when I have a casserole in mind. Or you can even use this for your green bean casserole. That's why I'm going to let this simmer. Like I said, 20 minutes. And then in the end, I'll add a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum. Stir it up thoroughly and let everything just cool. The xanthan gum will thicken this as it cools. Now it is time to lower it. And the goal is 20 minutes. If it's looking like 20 minutes is too much, then I'll stop it at 15. Let's do this with the lid on. I'll bring you guys back. Okay guys, this is going for 20 minutes. I put a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum. I've been letting this cool. The heat is off. So it's getting thicker. As you can see, you can very well eat it just like it is, but I want this to be a tad bit thicker. Hey guys, I'm back. I ended up adding a full teaspoon of xanthan gum because I did want this thicker. So this is what it's looking like. You see garlic pieces, mushroom pieces, onions. This is, and the taste, amazing. Amazing, amazing. It tastes better than it even looks. The picture is not doing it justice. But what I'm going to do, I have 1 pint mason jars. So I am going to add this to the mason jar. Uh-oh. Now, you can freeze or refrigerate these. I'm going to refrigerate these because I will be using them for the holidays. I would give this maybe a week in the refrigerator. Hey guys, it's the next morning and I'm going to close out this video. I wanted to show you guys truly what the soup looked like after it was cooled. Because what I showed you last night, it did get thicker as it cooled. I put the jars in the refrigerator and I'm just going to pour one out just so you can see. So I got approximately 2 pints from the mixture. I was just shy of 2 pints. So this is the consistency. And I'm going to open the jar. And you can see all of the delicious bits of everything. The mushrooms, the onions, the garlic. And this is what it looks like. Thick, creamy, delicious. I'm going to be using this for, not in the traditional soup way, of course. I'm going to be using it over some meats, or the next video coming up will be the green bean casserole. I've never made a green bean casserole, but I'm kind of excited to try it. And so just make sure to check back. I'm going to be knocking these videos out one by one just to give you guys some ideas of what to do for your upcoming holiday meal. So this is, again, what it looks like. This is wonderful, guys. You cannot go wrong with this. This is no flour like a traditional cream soup mix. There's none of that, none of the starches. So you get the same outcome, the same texture. Mine is definitely better. I don't want to toot my own horn, but toot toot. And I just want you guys to try it and tell me how you like it, because you can have this, and this was done in about, what, 30 minutes? And then you let it cool overnight, and you're cooking with grease. So once again, thank you guys for watching. Just keep a lookout for my next videos. I love you guys. Have a great day.